My mom died when I was 16, and we didn't have anything like this in Minnesota at all. So I joined, and I actually was like looking online for things I could be part of. I was going through my own delayed grief. So I started looking online and found Valerie's house and joined. At first, they only had the Fort Myers location. So once they opened the Naples location, I jumped right in. And I started working with the littles, but because I was 16 when my mom died, I really wanted to work with the teens, and that's where me and Sylvia met. We just kind of had a good relationship, and it's been good. For me, it was, my mom's death was 16 years ago, and Sylvia was pretty young as well, but hers was a little bit later on. So just kind of like talking about those memories that we don't always get to talk about, even though they were a while ago, kind of bonding in that, just keeping those memories alive, talking about our loved one.
It's interesting to see how, because I was 8 when my dad died, so it was a bit different for me because I was like so young and didn't really have like a good idea on how to kind of process it. So as like I matured and grew into my teen years, it was pretty helpful to hear like different kind of a different perspective on how someone like my age at the time like kind of dealt with their grief. One of my favorite memories is so we lived in Seattle, Washington for a while, and I remember he took my brother and I to the dock, or one of the docks at on Lake Washington. Mm-hmm. And I just remember walking down that with him and just enjoying the time, and just seeing everything. It was really pretty, and it was a really nice experience.
Well, it's priceless. As a mom, you want the best for your children, and you want to do everything that you possibly can. And like Sylvia mentioned, we did live in Seattle. That's where they were born. And she has a twin brother, by the way, too. So that attended Valerie's house. And we moved here in 2014. So my husband passed away in 2012. We moved here in 2014. They started middle school, so there's a lot of transition.
It's nice to have a different set of insight from someone who's been through different things.
It's only the three of us, her brother, Sylvia, and I. It's, that's our family unit. We have no other siblings, and really nobody else that Sylvia can talk to nearby. So for me, that was, the impetus of my asking Ashely to do this, and like I said, being a big sister, and she's been wonderful.
We'd go out to eat or grab coffee or just hang out. Like during Christmas time, we go to the botanical gardens to see the lights, and we just we did beach yoga.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. We both love pho, so we always try to go to like the best pho stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was going through it at 16, 17, and you had, parents and people around you that were trying to help and communicate. We didn't have Valerie's house at all. So being able to talk so openly about your special person, that's really inspired me. Even with Sylvia talking at group and talking with me, it's been such an inspiration because talking about those things isn't always so easy. In group, I don't always share my own personal experiences unless the kids ask me a certain question. But when me and Sylvia are out, I'm able to share stuff that I wouldn't always share in group with her about my special person. So she's been really inspirational in that fact.
And I think the importance of this the one-on-one is really important, because Sylvia is kind of an introverted type person. She doesn't really necessarily feel comfortable speaking, even in the grief group, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think having this one-on-one with Ashely has been, helpful. And, she can say things that she normally might not have said inside a group situation.
It really kind of broke down my walls I've put up about talking about the grief, because before I didn't really know anyone who suffered a loss like I did. It was just nice to be around people who understood what you were going through and knew how to help you cope with the loss. And it was really good for me to finally learn how to start dealing with it.